Hello everyone. Musi Wetemba Heavy Kwabeni, the man who allegedly assembled a team of hitmen to assassinate the rapper aka as a gunman who owns various firearms of different calibers, including Spartan Arms International SAI 2.0 rifle, the Gisen 9mm Parabellum, and the Koenig. Gun experts said the high-powered SAI rifle, which is semi-automatic, could only be legally owned by dedicated sportspersons, security companies, or gun collectors, and requires stringent conditions to acquire the competency license. Section 16 of Firearms Control Act provides that the rifle is for owners with dedicated sport shooter DSS status, either as a sport shooter or a hunter. To be awarded DSS, you must be a member of a registered shooting or hunting club and complete their unique registration process. Also, the ownership of more than one firearm is regulated by Section 15 of the Act, which provides that the owner should be an occasional sportsperson. The police said the firearm licenses for these weapons were issued between May and June 2021. This was after he obtained his firearm competency certificate between November 26, 2019 and May 27, 2020. One of the firearms, a Koenig handgun, was stolen from his Pinetown home in KwaZulu-Natal in August last year, just 6 months after AKA's gruesome murder, which hogged international headlines and sent shockwaves across the country. The taxi boss opened the case of theft at the Pinetown police station after the burglary. The police further said Kwabeni also found himself on the wrong side of the law after Mpumalanga man Colin Litabo Nkosi opened a case against him for allegedly pointing a firearm at him in Emelo in March 2021. Another complainant, January Moloi Ntube, opened a criminal case against Kwabeni for committing the same offense after he pointed a firearm at him on a farm in Emelo. They said Kwabeni was also arrested in Katomena, KwaZulu-Natal for breaking COVID-19 lockdown rules in May 2020. According to the police, Kwabeni had failed to confine himself to a residence during lockdown by wandering in public spaces, even though he was not rendering essential services. He was found guilty on 22 June 2022 and fined 1,000 rand. Kwabeni was arrested together with 6 suspects for the murders of AKA and Dibelo Tibbs Motsoane. Police have since established that before they were shot dead, someone sent 800,000 rand into Kwabeni's FNB account at about 2 p.m. on 10 February 2023, and on the same day at about 6 p.m. telephone records at the police's disposal show that Kwabeni and the 6 other suspects were around the businessman's house. They allegedly followed AKA in different cars to Wish Restaurant Durban, where AKA was shot dead. Kwabeni allegedly hired some of those vehicles from a local businessman running a car rental company. The NPA affidavit submitted to Eswatini government and used to detain 2 additional suspects claims that Kwabeni paid each of hitmen in that nation 133,000 rand after Forbes and Motsoane's murder. Provincial Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Ntletla Mkhwanazi said the NPA submitted the affidavit through Interpol to request the authorities in Swaziland to help catch these 2. These 2 were arrested for other cases, including the Forbes case. The affidavit also suggests that one of the suspects, Lindokuhle Ntimande, who didn't even have a bank account, opened a Standard Bank account the morning of the murder, and his share of 133,000 rand was deposited into his account following day. Ntimande, who was allegedly one of spotters, followed the musician to Wish Restaurant on Florida Road, Durban, when he went to cut his hair in the salon inside the establishment, and he paid his bill at the restaurant from the same account. On February 10, as Forbes and Motsoane were leaving the restaurant, 2 gunmen shot them dead. Police are pinning Kwabeni as the mastermind of the hit and alleging that he coordinated everything. Kwabeni, according to the police, followed Forbes from King Shaka International Airport to Hilton Hotel in his grey BMW in a grey Polo that Kwabeni allegedly hired. The other suspects also arrived to loiter around the hotel. When Forbes left the hotel to go to the salon, he was also trailed. The 5 men, including Eddie Mieza, the first suspect to be arrested on April 22 last year, appeared in Durban Magistrates Court on Thursday, facing charges of conspiracy to commit murder, unlawful possession of ammunition, and 5 counts of attempted murder. But nothing was said about the person who deposited 800,000 rand for the hit. The 2 Ndimande brothers are expected to be extradited from Eswatini soon. The 5 of the 7 suspects also appeared today before court. One of the men accused of killing rapper claimed that his siblings fled to Eswatini because 6 other siblings were killed by National Intervention Unit (NIU) probing taxi wars in Durban, and they feared for their lives. This emerged during the bail application of Lindani Zenzele Ndimande, who is linked to the murder of AKA and his friend Dibelo Mautane in Durban last year. Ndimande appeared in Durban Magistrates Court on Monday, said the NIU wanted to assassinate them, the entire family, at all costs. Bail applications for 2 other accused, Lindokuhle Thabani Mkhwanazi and Siyanda Eddie Mieza, were heard on Friday. The court is also expected to hear bail application from co-accused Msiwethemba Heavy Kwabeni, Lindokuhle Mhlaliseni Ndimande. They face 10 charges, including 2 counts of murder, 5 of attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, possession of unlawful firearms, and possession of unlawful ammunition. Ndimande said the state is getting on thin ice and as it has no evidence linking him to murders. He told the court he was Maskandi artist and part-time bodyguard. He was arrested on October 25 in Maponya Mall in Gauteng and transported to Durban. He said he was interrogated but denied the allegations. When he got to Durban, Ndimande claimed he was assaulted by police and forced to make a confession. The recently engaged father of 5 children said he was in the taxi industry and owned about 4 taxis, which generate about 250,000 rand per month. The court held that Ndimande family had over the years been in a war with Gumede family over control of Malugazi Taxi Association in Umlazi outside Durban. There has been sporadic shooting which resulted in death of a number of people, including 6 Ndimande family members. Ndimande said his 2 brothers, Siyabonga Nxele Ndimande and Manusim J. Ndimande, who are also accused in the matter, decided to seek refuge in other countries due to violence. He said the brothers were sought by the NIU, who sided with Gumede family to assassinate them. Members of the NIU allegedly came to their homestead outside Mpangeni wearing balaclavas with only their eyes visible and demanded his relatives. He said when they heard about that, they decided to flee to Eswatini. Nxele and Mj were arrested last month and SA government is working on extradition application. Ndimande said he intended to plead not guilty and said, "I have well-founded apprehension and fear of being assassinated while in custody. I have been informed that sometimes police officers book off prison inmates from custody with the impression that investigations are to be carried out and never return with them alive. The prison authorities will not be able to afford me protection. In any event, due to my fear, I beg the court to release me on bail." His fear stems from the fact that his late siblings were taken by police from his homestead with the impression that they were being arrested, only to learn they were killed on the way. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.